Hi guys, and welcome to your January 2020. This is going to be the general love energy read for the beautiful sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Hello guys, how are you? Happy New Year. Let's go ahead and get it crack-a-lacking right into these announcements. First and foremost, I want to say that today is the 4th. So guess what? The 1111 portal is open. The link is open. I'm going to take the first 5 individuals for that price on the 11th. So today what you will be doing is booking on today, paying on today, but you will be choosing when you go to book the particular slot on January 11th. This is something that we're going to be continuing, remember? So yes, I have been off. I will be back and able to work. I come back on the 7th, so let's get it cracking. That's the first thing. I was excited. I'm like, oh yeah, the portal opens today. So every month on the 4th, it will open back up, okay? First come, first serve. The first 5 people it'll take, and then if you try after that, it's going to say there are no more availability, or there's no more availability for that particular reading. So that's that, okay? Now, if you are new here with me, hello. If you are returning, welcome back. And if you are subscribed to the tribe now, and what's good, fam bams. Hope that this message finds all of my Libras well and in good spirits. What is wafting towards me, you guys already know, is my frankincense and myrrh, my diffuser, and some things are going to be wafting this way. So do not be alarmed. Nothing's on fire. I want to say to you guys, tapping into your energy and trying to sit with your energy. A lot of you guys are disappointed. And I just want to get that out there for you guys. There is a disappointment. There's something that you would have liked to take place that did not take place. Now, I want to say to you, before, because I'm really in this energy right now of Libra. I am Libra rising. I do feel like this is hitting a lot of you guys in different parts of your chart, though. Obviously, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. But you could have some outer planet Libra as well. Why? Because I feel like a lot of this just hit you in like the past 6 months. Okay, pause for a second. Marvelous memberships are open. Libra, you know how it is when we get together. I just start talking. Marvelous memberships is open for the new year. If you're interested in going to be a member, there is a video that's letting you know what I'm offering, what the perks are, and so forth, as well as some bonus readings. Go for it. Also, God, the other thing is, there's one more thing. Good God, Libra. I'm scatterbrained today. Channel 2, you guys, it's a niche channel. It is for my astrology enthusiasts, so forth and so on. So if you want to go somewhere in the video, you will see the link. Go and support channel 2. It is non-tarot. Okay. Now back to you. There is something that you guys wanted to take place. There is something in a love. This is your general love energy read. Okay. So there's something that needed to take place that you wanted to take place. There's a missed opportunity. There are some things here that indicate to me that some things didn't happen the way you wanted them to happen as far as a love interest goes. And this was somebody that you met, Libras. This was somebody that you really had high hopes for. You thought that the chemistry was insane. First of all, I'm just going to say, there was some red flags. Hold on. Because I'm looking at the energy here. I just want to say that there were some red flags. Where is that red flag? Let's talk about the peek at the past for a second since I'm in this. I'm going to give you the collective energy, but you know, I kind of jump all over the place sometimes when I'm trying to tell you the most important message. So someone was wearing a false self mask, and pay attention to the red flags didn't come out, but I knew that there was something. So there was a this is the past 11 months energy right here. And as a result of that, there is forgiving and learning that needs to take place between you and this person. Okay. So I have some good news and some bad news. First of all, a lot of what needed to go on, there was a lot of growth that needed to happen within yourself too, Libra, because whenever we have expectations for another, and this is universal, there's always something lacking in us if we want someone to perform, or we have an expectation that appears to be beyond, what we would do for that person. Now, I'm not suggesting that you're not doing anything in a relationship and you're not worthy of whatever it is you were worthy of, but there was growth that came from this particular situation because there's forgiving and learning that's here as well. So in the past, that their forgiving and learning is what actually needed to take place, okay? And there was some disappointment. So that's kind of your collective energy right there. Let's get into this really quick so I can move you further into your reading here. I'm going to tie that back into the overall message. So just be patient with me here. The collective energy for all of you guys is of the sea. This is kind of spending time with yourself, kind of going back. Something is completed. A cycle is completed for a lot of you guys, and you guys are either taking what you learned from that situation and moving forward. It's completed and you're walking away. Others of you have completed the cycle and now you're going to come up with solutions on how to move forward. And overall, I have linked it below in the description, the most important message from that to the sea. But overall, it's kind of going with the flow. So like I've been telling all of you guys, if you are going to be one of those people that's going to be moving forward, then it's time to come up with some new solutions, some new ideas that's going to get you, that's going to propel you forward and get you out of that stagnation. Well, either way, some of you guys got the Tower in order to move forward. You did not, but you definitely got the Ten of Swords. So, I mean, what you wanted to happen hurt. That did not take place. You can't go anywhere after that but to the Ace of Swords. So if you learn the lessons that you're supposed to learn with this forgiving and learning card, Libra, then if you move forward with someone else, you're going to have those lessons. And if you decide to reconcile with this person, for those of you guys who are going to resonate with this reading, it's here. Okay. But let's get into your message. So your message is imagination. Let's talk about the angel numbers for a second. So when we reduce this down to a whole number, it is 2. Okay, so obviously Libra, you guys were not born in the 20th month. There is no 20th month, right? So the 2 means something to you. 2 plus 0 is 2. So the 20 means something to you guys, okay? Honestly, it could be double completion, a completion of the way that you were thinking and a completion for the other person. We can look at it like that. But if we go ahead, life path number for some of you guys is 2. There's a significance with 2, okay? Someone's birthday is on the 20th, possibly. You got the card of 2. So let's go. This is your partnership. I believe that when we come down, it's about flowing. And look, 7, and then it's about flowing in your relationship. Okay, flowing because it's out to sea. I told you that I intuitively gathered the most important message from that particular card was to go with the flow. Read in the description. It's just a little blurb, right? So then when we start looking at imagination, though, what I'm about to tell you has a lot to do with your partnerships and the way in which you should be carrying them going forward. Listen to this. It's not going to be what you think. It is the Imagine card, okay? Let me show it to you while I'm reading so you don't look at the side of my head. There we go. The essential meaning for this particular card is to turning imagination into manifestation, Libra. I hate that glare. Turning imagination into manifestation, creative thought, visualization, the power of aligning imaginary and feelings, creativity and illusions, okay? From a relationship standpoint, in matters of the heart, it is easy to daydream about others as a means of connecting to that person. While that's romantic, what you want, if you want the relationship to be real, you need to go for it, okay? You need to go for it, not just dream about it. Now it is time to move beyond the daydream and into reality, beyond the illusion into fruition. Relationships are about relating, okay? Relating. So step out onto the dance floor where imagination partners with manifestation. The message of this card is that the person with attributes you have imagined will enter your life. You'll be changed for the better, so imagine that. This is all about aligning turning your imagination into manifestation. Again, that's why I say that a lot of what I feel here is not moving forward because half of this stagnation is the way in which maybe some of you guys were thinking. There were expectations. For some of you guys who walked away from this person, maybe the relationship was better in your head. It played out better in your head. I do know some individuals like this. It sounds, and honestly, we all have expectations, but we can't live in our imaginations. And once the reality doesn't match the picture in our heads, then there's some adjusting that needs to be done. And so there's a lot of hurt here. Let's get into it. There's a lot of indecision with Hanging Man. We go right into Hangman energy. There are two paths. And for some of you guys, again, I'm always going to bring out when I see reconciliation because I know that every single one of you guys are not going to reconcile. This person here goes from thinking about what they want to do right into reconciliation, just to let you know in that present energy. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So yes. And then there's a hell of a lot of passion between you and this King of Wands. This is fire, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, okay? And I feel like this could be what this person is, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. In the heart of the matter here, though, there is, and I understand this is about that flow and this is about transition. In your heart, there's a change that needs to take place. There was a shift, and it was a shift that there's no towers here. There's no towers. So the shift in perspective that's in your heart, you had to have a better understanding about it before it could happen. That's basically how that went, okay? That is exactly what's going on here. So this is transition, and some of you took a trip. I do see this quite a bit. I have been reading the January energy. Some of you guys took a trip. If you went to see people for the holidays, Libra, you were thinking about this situation. Some of you guys, had expectations of being proposed to. You watch the general reads and you want these messages to resonate with you. And unfortunately, you have to understand what's happening in your imagination did not manifest into reality because there was some things that needs to be adjusted. There were some partnership issues here. There was some wearing self-mask if this was being done to you or whether you were doing this. A part of that mask that's being worn, I will let you know, is all about a lot of the time, and I'm telling you, I feel this, and when I was tapping into your energy, this is the title this is how I'm going to title this, because this is exactly what this is about. Deception as a means of protection. And that's exactly what it is. Now, deception is being deceptive because if we look at that's in the next card, we go right from the 6 and then we go to the 7. So the transition that needs to take place in your heart has something to do with transitioning out of the fact of hiding, transitioning out of really wanting that person and being very, very passionate about it and wanting the relationship to take place, to go to the next level, but being so afraid of what is going to come from that. So I'm going to plant I'm going to plant 2 swords over here that represents us, and then I'm going to take the other 5 for myself. This is acting in one's own accord. And so if this deception was as a means of protection because you felt like it was being done to you, you were still doing it back. And Spirit is guiding you to step out of this and trust. Because again, who had the other one? Someone else had this. All of these readings, it seems like, has been, maybe you didn't see what Spirit was trying to get you to see. However, it's time that you got the disappointment and now you need a reevaluation. So someone had this. It was probably the Cancer reading where I was saying that, no, that was Virgo. Rejection is God's protection. Well, this wasn't a rejection necessarily. This was more so, I'm going to hide parts of myself because I think that that's what that person is doing. And that doesn't necessarily win any points. It's not a game. So that's what I feel like was being done. Well, you're not going to do it, so I'm not either. Because let's face it, we feel vulnerable, right? But I'm going to tell you something. There is something that's so profound about this connection. And like I started to tell you guys in the beginning, if you resonated with that narrative, there is a connection with this person that It's unlike any of your other connections that you've made in 2019 or beyond, okay? And you had high hopes for this connection. There was a lot of imagination. There were things that you can vision this person as your person. You can vision this person in your life, all these great things. But there was so much work that needs to be done on both of you guys' parts before you can get there. So this is what is going to come as a result. And when we have that Ten of Swords, I told you we can't advance anywhere but to the Ace. So that is what's happening now. We're shifting out of that heavy stabbed in the back hurt feeling and transforming that and accepting that the World card indicates that cycles are ending and we are coming out of these cycles and moving into our truth. And when this clarity comes, so will come the reconciliation. If you guys obviously resonate with that narrative. Now, I want to talk about the bottom of the deck for a second. I'm going to go back to the top of the deck. I have to move around a bit because I've been ruining things for you. Some of you guys are dead set focused with this Eight of Pentacles, and this was in the past. And what was it? What it was focused on making sure that you kept your false mask up because you were not getting what you wanted. And again, if it was happening to you, you could have been giving it out and you could be very well justified, or this is what's going on. This is what was coming towards you. Either way. But the forgiving and learning is here. And you see that that's a Queen of Wands. I want to talk about the forgiving and learning because, you know, what you have been transitioning into in that Six of Swords energy, the thoughts and transitioning into this next phase in the heart of the matter is that there's a divine feminine and masculine here. And again, you're just as passionate as they are about you. They're showing up in your reading, Libra. So this feeling is mutual. So stop for a second. Like, oh, wow. So the masculine energy, whichever one I identify with, or the feminine energy, they're both here. So it's time that let's go back for a second. It's time that I decide to turn imagination into manifestation. There is something. This is aligning the imaginary thoughts and the feelings. And I think that this was something that existed more so in an idea rather than in reality. And I don't mean that to sound bad because we all do that. But this was a lot of hurt feelings and a lot of things that did not happen because of miscommunication. Lord knows I understand that. So that is what this is. But the bond between you guys remain. Okay. So if you have been resonating with this so far, Libra, I want to let you know that in this transition is going to come, again, the clarity with the Ace of Swords for the reconciliation, because we forgave and we have learned more so that this is all that matters, and it's not worth letting go. It's not worth letting go because you haven't felt this way about anybody before. And actually, what you can also interpret this as is that this is a very focused Queen of Wands. And when you get in that Queen of Wands energy, there is nothing that's going to keep you from accomplishing what you want to accomplish. Just know that. Okay, my Fire Queen is about that life. Okay, so I do feel like there was deception as a means of protection here. Let's go ahead and talk about the top of the deck energy again. You have been allowing your friends to help you. When this person walked away from you, you had a lot of regrets, because there were some things that you regretted because you started to transition, as I stated, into understanding that maybe you could have communicated better. Maybe there was really never any conversation. There was nothing concrete. Maybe we could have done some things that was better. And then you see this person is in your energy too, which is the reason why you can't stop thinking about them. is the reason why they probably hit you up. You felt like, you know, oh, it ended so bad. We exchanged these words. This person will never want to talk to me again. You know, I cursed the person out. I did this, I did that. I blocked them, and maybe they showed up on social media. I blocked them, or maybe you seen them at a party. Whatever it was, they're in your energy, because regardless of what they did wrong, I think both of you guys are going to come to a point where in this reconciliation, you guys are going to talk. And when you talk, you're going to talk about this ace. New truthful beginning is here. Okay? With the Ace of Swords. So we got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We got Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We do have Gemini energy here. So this is all air. So what's influencing all of this? When you look at the influencing energy of the actions, is passion. Okay? It's a connection that defies the odds. It's a spark. It's something, but it's still at the beginning stages. It never got an opportunity to advance the way it was supposed to, okay? So you have been going out, trying to, you know, asking for support. And I think that you have some level-headed friends that decided, you know, you need to give this person another chance. Whatever it was, you came into your truth and clarity. Period. A brand new beginning in truth, okay? So I think that in this reconciliation, you guys are definitely going to get to know one another more. There's going to be a really, really, really profound and deep getting to know one another, in a revealing of each person's innermost selves that has been hidden, that was hidden in this Seven of Swords, okay? All right. So again, you've been letting your friends help you because you were in the Ten of Swords energy. We already know we've advanced to the Ace. That's the completion. I told you. The completions here, because that Seven of this out to sea card indicates the completions. Hope my phone is off. Sorry, guys. Okay. And then we have the World card, indicating that now, when this is endings, cycles closing, now as you walk inside of your reconciliation, you're going to really again start to reveal yourselves. And a couple of more things that I want to give you. Again, your energy is suggesting that there is a reconciliation, but there's going to be, again, it said that you need to get out of your imagination, okay, and start to manifest. Now you're going to start to make that effort. Now you're going to start to make that effort, because what's influencing these actions is the energy of that Queen of Wands. So you're going to tap into that fire energy, and you're going to get things popping. And so is your divine feminine or masculine, okay? And then you're going to free yourself from all of that. It's time to clear your energy, and that's exactly what's going to happen. When you guys sit down, I'm sorry, guys, and have this conversation. Sorry. When you guys sit down and have this conversation, there's going to be a revelation and a brand new. When I say a new, let's talk about it. First of all, new phase, the Phoenix. Rekindling, renewing, transforming, growth, and a changed mind. So you were dead set on telling this person to move around. But this is you rising from the ashes, just like the Phoenix. And that's what's going on here, okay? And then there is a chance. There's the Hand of Cards. That's what's going on right now. It's almost like negotiation. Now, in the past, this here, someone is still not showing everything, but it's not from a deceptive type of way anyway. But these two really align. Some of you guys are dealing with people where you don't want to show your hand and they don't want to show their hand, but there's going to be more action going on. Taking the chance, a risk, being strategic, okay? Evaluating your options, gambling. Gambling in the sense of, I'm not going to show you how much love I have for you yet, because you both have to still protect yourself a little bit. So I'm not upset about this. I feel like this is more like the Fool energy, okay? You're going to come out of this Hangman, as I told you, but I do feel like that kind of supports that too, because you have to hold a little bit to yourself, a little bit to your chest. You don't go to the poker game and show your hand all at one time. You have to slowly kind of get in there. You guys know how to play poker. And then finally, the effort that's going to be happen is you guys are going to go out. It's going to start making, it's going to start translating to a point where if you didn't see this person and you didn't feel like you were taken out on dates and you didn't feel like you were celebrated, whatever, the truth is coming, because it could have been you thought, oh, they're not taking me out on a date, they must be taking someone else. All of that is going to come to light in this Ace of Swords. It's coming. And whatever you find out, when you get your clarity, you're going to realize that a lot of that was what you were imagining. And that when this 2 plus 0 narrows back down to that 2, it's time to work on my partnership. I need to get out of my head and I need to get into action, okay? So this is going out on a date, getting back out there. This is with this particular energy. Now, for some of you, if you decided to get your clarity with this Ace of Swords and walk away from this person, then this date card is going to be new love. I do not see new love here, but there is enough energy that you will get your clarity again. And if you choose to walk away, you will meet someone new and get back out there and start dating. But I do feel like this was lack. This was a lack energy between you guys, and for those who are reconciling with this person, and that is the reason why the card showed up, okay? Certainly hope that resonated thus far. Let's go ahead and get some blockage cards. Go ahead, Spirit. Thank you. Yes. I possess the gifts of soul that benefit me and others. Self-esteem. This is being afraid of rejection. It's just period, point blank. No one wants to put themselves out there for fear that they're going to be rejected. And rejected is not as blatant as, hey, I don't want you. Rejection is setting those expectations, and the moment someone doesn't pick up on them exactly the way we envision, now we have taken that to mean that we're being rejected. But in actuality, it's something within self, okay? It's something within self that needs to be freed, that needs to be built up, that needs to be changed. That's going to get us from not accepting it or not taking it like that. Go ahead and clarify, please. Why is this Imagine card here? Show me something else. Discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. It's self-control. It's self-control too. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's sacral chakra. There is, okay, maybe some sacral chakra things that need to go on between you and your partner. Give me the last card, please, Spirit. The last card for Libra. Thank you. That fell out. Happiness. Absolutely. Absolutely. First of all, judgment is still here. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. That comes out a lot. You can't judge someone's path. But someone did get the judgment and the understanding. And that did come with this Ace of Swords. And finally, happiness. You realized in your transitionary period and your separation, I'm aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. And that's basically what a lot of us need to understand. Were you happy? You really create that path for yourself too. Do you understand that? So yes, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. So deception doesn't mean that protection is what I'm going to call this. This is beautiful energy. I am going to leave you with the divine feminine and masculine of the Queen and King of Wands. And I do wish you guys all the best on your reconciliation. Like, share, subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. If you want to become a Marvelous member, please go ahead and do that. We got some good perks going on over there. You can go and check that out. That video, if you click the join button, there's a video that will tell you everything you need to know about the Marvelous memberships. Thank you so much. Also, the 1111 portal was open. Go ahead and go, and if you want to book with me for an 1111 reading, you can go ahead and do that. That's going to be $11, and I will see you guys in a couple days when we do it again. That's where I'm going to leave you with this beautiful, beautiful couple, and I certainly hope this manifests for you and plays out the way the cards say. Bye, Libra.